The grid can have generators. It can have transmission lines. It can have fuel. And after a wide area shutdown, none of that guarantees the lights come back immediately. Because most large generators need electricity to start. That is the problem Blackstart resources are built to solve. A Blackstart resource can start without relying on external electricity from the grid. NERC's Restoration Standard EOP 005-3 requires transmission operators to maintain restoration plans for disturbances where Blackstart resources are needed. The plan is not turn everything back on. It is controlled reconstruction. I'm the Doomsday Badger. I read the report. Let's go. Last briefing was the machine you cannot replace quickly. This one is what happens when the machine is there, but the system around it has to be rebuilt. Start with one generator. Imagine the transmission network is quiet. The generator is not receiving normal station service from the grid. A Blackstart-capable resource is designed to start under that condition. It establishes an initial source of power. That source can then be used to energize parts of the system and provide a path for other generating resources to start. Those next units are sometimes called next start resources. This is why Blackstart is not a synonym for generator. A generator makes electricity. A Blackstart resource is part of a restoration strategy. The distinction matters. Because the sequence has to be stable. You cannot simply energize every line and reconnect every customer at once. Loads appear. Motors start. Transformers energize. Voltage changes. Frequency has to be controlled. Operators have to know what is connected and what is not. The restoration plan, therefore, has to answer a brutal question. What comes next? NERC's EOP 005-3 requires restoration plans to identify Blackstart resources and their characteristics, coordinate with the reliability. Coordinators' broader strategy, and include procedures for restoring interconnections with other transmission operators. This is a map with a sequence, not a switch. And there is another constraint. Fuel. A Blackstart resource that cannot get fuel when the system is down is not a reliable restoration resource. NERC and regional entities studied Blackstart readiness in the eastern and western interconnections after Winter Storm Elliott. The November 2025 study recommended stronger cold weather preparation, more frequent validation of Blackstart capabilities, attention to fuel availability, and better coordination between electric and natural gas industries. That is not theoretical. A restoration plan depends on physical systems that also have dependencies. Natural gas needs electricity. Electric restoration can need natural gas. Transportation needs roads. Communications need power. People need access. One broken dependency can slow the next step. So the Blackstart plan is really a dependency map. Generator, station service, fuel, switchyard, transmission path, next start unit, control systems, communications, then load. The order matters. Here's the part most homeowners never hear. Critical loads can be restored before ordinary customer load because the restoration process needs a certain infrastructure to function. NERC's Blackstart study defines system restoration critical loads as essential electric and natural gas facilities needed to restore the system. That can include facilities supporting generators and transmission infrastructure. So if one neighborhood comes back before another, the sequence is not necessarily about who got lucky. The operator may be rebuilding the system underneath the system. This is also why a wide area restoration can look strangely uneven. One town has lights. The next town doesn't. A plant is energized. A nearby feeder stays dark. That can be a restoration sequence, not an error. Now the dangerous mistake. Do not treat Blackstart as a promise that every outage will be restored quickly. Blackstart capability is about the ability to initiate and coordinate restoration. It does not erase equipment damage. It does not erase fuel constraints. It does not erase transmission limitations. It does not erase weather. And it does not mean every local utility follows the same public timeline. The Badger's opinion. The smartest emergency plan is built around uncertainty, not around a fantasy restoration clock. That means you prepare for the first few hours, then the first day, then longer if the event is wide enough. The gear here is deliberately boring. A battery radio gives you an information path that does not depend entirely on a phone. A headlamp keeps both hands free while you move around a dark house. A high-capacity power bank gives you another way to keep communications alive. A small UPS can keep a router or computer alive through short interruptions. Verify exact products live on Amazon before publishing. No live listing, no affiliate link. And don't buy 5 different versions of the same thing. The channel rule is one stated opinion, not 5 sales pitches. Spend money where it closes a real failure point. Now look at the current Blackstart picture. NERC's 2025 Blackstart study did not simply say everything is fine. It identified readiness questions around extreme cold, fuel assurance, training, communications, and cross-industry coordination. The April 2026 NERC webinar was specifically organized to discuss that study. That is the report trail. The lesson is simple. A grid is not restored by one heroic switch. It is restored by a sequence of verified conditions. A Blackstart resource starts. A small electrical island is established. Operators stabilize voltage and frequency. Other generation is started. Transmission paths are re-energized. Critical restoration loads are added. Interconnections are rebuilt. Then, ordinary load returns. The exact sequence varies by system. The principle does not. Build from a source. Stabilize it. Add the next piece. Do not outrun the system. And this connects directly to the last 2 briefings. EP04 taught you the warning language. EP05 showed you why a critical transformer can put a long physical clock behind a repair. EP06 shows you the other clock, the restoration clock. You can have a repaired component and still need a controlled sequence before ordinary service returns. So what should you do? Know your utilities outage page. Know your county alert system. Keep communications redundancy. Keep basic lighting ready. Keep water and food that do not depend on the refrigerator. And when the lights return, don't immediately assume the event is over. Let the system settle. Follow your utilities instructions. This is not about fear. It is about understanding the machinery underneath your wall outlet. 2 questions for the comments. Have you ever watched power return in stages across your area? And if you work in grid operations, generation, gas, transmission, or distribution, what part of restoration do people outside the industry misunderstand most? Correct the report in public. Sources are in the description. Next briefing. The queue that decides which new power projects actually get onto the grid. Badger out. There is a second misconception about Blackstart. It is not a giant battery sitting somewhere waiting to restart America. It is a capability distributed across selected resources and embedded in restoration plans. The NERC standard assigns responsibilities to transmission operators, generator operators, transmission owners, and certain distribution providers identified in restoration plans. That is why the process has so many handoffs. One team may control a resource. Another operates the transmission path. Another owns the equipment. A reliability coordinator coordinates the wider picture. The plan has to make those boundaries work under abnormal conditions. And Blackstart tests matter. NERC's recent study points to training, simulations, and readiness checks because a plan that exists only on paper is not the same as a plan people can execute. The practical homeowner lesson is surprisingly simple. You do not need to learn the switching sequence. You need to stop assuming that a wide area outage has a single universal restoration clock. Local outages can be quick. Equipment damage can make them longer. A system restoration event can involve a completely different sequence. Those are different problems wearing the same word, outage. That distinction is worth remembering. If the utility says crews are repairing a local feeder, follow that information. If the event is regional and the system is being restored, expect staged service and changing information. If official information is limited, fall back to the basics. Water, light, communications, food, power for the small devices that matter, and a plan for the first night that does not depend on everything going right. The expensive purchase is not the important purchase. A $5,000 machine does nothing for a person who has not decided what that machine is supposed to power. Measure the need first, then buy the solution. That is the same principle from EP04, and it applies here too.